Hello, everybody. Pastor Raymond Ramos here. I am in, I don't know where I'm at. I'm in Sweden. I'm not sure where I'm at. But I got a busy weekend. Speaking twice today, twice on Friday. I think twice or three times on Saturday, twice on Sunday. And then we're off to England. I'm doing a pop-up workshop on Zoom. And it's about character. I've been talking to a lot of people last couple of months, and I've seen people come from nothing, zero, homeless, broken, lost, get clean, stay clean, get married, build businesses, successful in ministry. I've seen people function in their gift mix, and then I've seen character defects destroy them, right? And so, and not once, not twice, if you know anything about recovery, people with significant amount of time, they don't relapse because of drugs or alcohol. They relapse because of defects. And it's crazy how the enemy wants to use character defects to finish what it started with the drugs. And so I see many people who doing good 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, ministry, start great, great ministry. God is moving, God is blessing. And then character defects destroy. And so if we don't develop character, intentionally develop character in recovery, you work steps. In the Christian world, you're in a discipleship, sanctification process. Hopefully you have a level of accountability. You have people who are your eyes and ears. We are each other's eyes and ears. You are taking action steps to continue to develop your character so that you can be blessed and highly favored and sustain the gifts the recovery gives you, the gifts that God gives you. Everybody knows this, or maybe you don't know this. Your talent, your ability will get you into the doors. Your character will determine if you stay in those doors or they kick you out. And so character development is very important. People destroy their own relationships. They destroy their families. Politicians ruin their name. Everybody got it. We all have character defects. Character defects are fueled by some issues. And if we don't understand the process, if you don't have healing on your soul, if you don't have a renewing of the mind, then what happens is the old person destroys what God is building in a new life. And so it happens all the time, everywhere. I've been in recovery for over 34 and a half years. I've been married for going to be 28 years. I've been in ministry for 30 years. I've been a recovery coach for over 20 years. I have a lot of experience. I've seen a lot of things. I personally have gone through a lot of things, a lot of struggles, internal battles, thinking the grass is green on the other side, thinking my ego wants me to think something that's delusional versus something that's humble and real, and on and on and on. There's so many different traps and temptations and trials and tribulations. And if you don't develop the character, you won't stay. You'll be here today and gone tomorrow. That relationship will be here today and gone tomorrow. That business will be here today and gone tomorrow. That ministry will be here today and gone tomorrow. Very, very important. Character development, humility, integrity, humility, transparency, authenticity, discipline. Like, these are things that there's no substitute for character. Character is who you are when no one is looking. You understand? Your reputation is what people say about you. Your character is who you really are. And I'm excited. I've been able to go from hateful to grateful, from an emotional coward to a married man who loves his wife and is practicing integrity by the grace of God in ways and areas for a longevity, long time, that's God sustained. And so I've been through incredible, painful, tragic losses, and I've been able to stay plugged into the power of God, practice tools and resources, and demonstrate and live out my faith and practice principles, all by the grace of God. It's not because I'm a self-made warrior, gladiator, spiritual gangster. All that sounds great. It's all by the grace of God. It's intentional character development, intentional prayer meditation, intentional reading, intentional processes, intentional accountability, intentional. And so I'm doing a workshop, pop-up workshop. I believe I'm doing it Tuesday. I'll be in England. It'll be on Zoom. Matter of fact, email me at RayRamosCoaching@gmail.com. RayRamosCoaching@gmail.com. And I will send you the information so you can register for the workshop. It's going to be powerful, life-changing. God put it in my soul. In 2 hours, I put it together. I was writing stuff down, and I was like, people need to understand. You know, if you look at like these young kids that come from inner cities and they're really good at basketball or baseball, and then they get these incredible contracts where they get all this money, and they're really good at basketball, baseball, or whatever, and they get all this money, and then they ruin these opportunities because they don't have the character. They're gifted in these, and they're talented. I know people that can speak and preach and sing, and I know people who are very gifted and talented, but their character, they haven't developed their character. Character development is a very interesting process, and we'll be talking about that. And you know, and there's no coincidence, right? The 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because I've been thinking about this character development, and then the October 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Somerset, in Bridgewater, I got a 6 and 7 step retreat for my people in recovery. And so it's no coincidence, you know, this whole thing now, God is downloading this character development, this whole process of the enemy wants us build a great life for 5 years, build a great ministry for 3 years, find a girl, get married, start a family, and then destroy it. And then do it again and destroy it. And I've seen people go through cycles of 3 years, build and destroy, 5 years, build and destroy, build and destroy, build and destroy, build and destroy. And they don't got, listen, I've been married for 28 years. I'm not perfect. I'm a regular guy. I'm Puerto Rican from Brooklyn. Look at my crazy beard. I got issues, right? Brooklyn. I've been married. I've been in ministry for 30 years, right? I've been traveling all over the world. Nobody can say nothing crazy about me. I've been, you know, my driving is crazy, but no one has died yet. But you know, I've been able, by the grace of God, I keep saying the grace of God, connected to God, everything I have is by God's grace, to demonstrate and practice principles instead of character defects when I really wanted to blow up and act out and go crazy. So I'm human. I have crazy thoughts, crazy desires. I have fleshly desires. You know, I want to act out regularly. But just because you think it doesn't mean that it's true. And just because you think it doesn't mean you have to do it. Right? Not everything you think has to come out your mouth. I remember when I was new, a long time ago, I told my John C., I said, yo, I lived in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Brinks Armored Trucks was right on West Street, 3 blocks away from where I lived. And I was getting obsessed with robbing Brinks Armored Trucks. I said, yo, we could, you know, case it out, study, look at it, process, and we could probably rob a, you know, we could set it up nice. My sponsor told me, changed, very, very powerful learning experience. He says, Raymond, no one has ever went to prison for thinking about robbing a bank. No one has ever went to jail for thinking about robbing an armored truck. Just don't do it. And I realized, yo, you could think crazy stuff, talk about it, process it. It dies in a lot of exposure. You corner people. Just don't do it. There's a way to develop character. For some people, it's very difficult. For some people, you need help. You need to understand. But character development is absolutely essential if you're going to be successful. Essential if you're going to have a happy, healthy, loving relationship. Essential if you're going to be in ministry and be essential if people are going to trust and respect you. So I'm excited. Tuesday on Zoom. You can email me at rayramoscoaching@gmail.com and let me know that you want to be part of the character workshop. It's going to be powerful, life-changing. I got a download from heaven, which is cool. Talking to people, thinking about stuff. This guy relapsed after 30 years. This guy's getting divorced. That girl, I'm seeing a lot of different things. And people are like, how does that happen? How does that happen? It happens. I'm going to share this in the workshop. I don't know if you know about earthquakes. How an earthquake takes place. Matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you. Google it. Google it. Earthquakes. There's a flaw beneath the surface, under the earth. How does a crazy guy who never graduated 7th grade learn so many things? There's a flaw. There's a flaw in the earth beneath the surface. Address those flaws before they become earthquakes. All right. God bless you guys. I know it's early in New York. It's 11:30 in Sweden. I had a 3-hour drive. I was processing, thinking, writing notes. I'm excited about this. Listen, if you're a pastor, if you're a leader, if you're in ministry, if you're in recovery, and you got sponsees, if you're anybody that wants to experience success, character is the true foundation to success. Character development. Email me at rayramoscoaching@gmail.com and put character development workshop, and I'll send you the information. God bless you guys.